Having just seen Governor Kemp's announcement that we're shut down till May 13th.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, it just came out a minute ago. Probably expect something from HR this week that will further that.
Chick-fil-A, son.
Oh, yeah, man.
By the bags. Why are there so many people out, bro? I've been telling these girls to put the food down. This big-ass girl has no reason to be eating Chick-fil-A. They're carrying Chick-fil-A like it's an infant child, man. They don't need that much. It's 6:15. 6:15 on Thursday morning. You got to take what you can get right now, you know what I mean? We're in the middle of a pandemic. I haven't left my apartment in 2 days. Before that, I think I left for an hour, and then it had been the same deal another 2 days before that. So you got to take what you can get. We've switched from a slight drizzle outside into what you can now probably tell is a full-on rain. I'm being poured upon. It is raining outside, legitimately. I am getting drenched. I didn't plan on this, and I didn't want this. I just wanted to get out of my apartment for some fresh air, and this is what I get. That's okay. If there's anything this coronavirus situation and life in general should teach us, it's to learn to adapt. When people break, when situations get tough, you need to learn how to adapt. You saw, I have this live on camera. When I came out, it was a slight drizzle. I could very much take this opportunity to turn around, go back inside. That's not how I operate. I set out to get a walk in. I set out to get some goddamn fresh air. I set out to finally breathe something other than stale, recycled, air-conditioned apartment air. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to embrace this. It's not something I felt in a minute. So, depending on how you look at it, man, this is good. I came out to get fresh air, and this is fresh air. This is as real as it gets. This is nature right here. This is Mother Earth. Just got passed by a bus with not a single person on it. An empty bus. These are crazy times, man. These are crazy times. A bus just drove by me with not a single person on it. Two different drivers are driving through the streets of Atlanta with empty buses and nobody in them. That's not to say they're not going to pick up somebody soon, but that's the state we're in. Empty buses being driven by essential employees around the city of Atlanta. We're in crazy times. And in crazy times, chaotic times, challenging times, the only thing that you can ever truly rely on is consistency of yourself, consistency of your own routine, consistency and follow through of what you can control. There is so little that we have control of, and I think this is a prime example of it. We're all in the middle of a global pandemic, a deadly virus that's killing hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people around the country. And this is I'm talking the country. This is a global pandemic, as I just mentioned. It's a reoccurring theme. It's a reoccurring theme you're gonna hear when you listen to me, when you watch me, when you spend time with me. I put in the work that needs to be put in. When the rest of y'all woke up this morning in your nice warm beds, and you even heard that faint sound, the faint sound that reminded you that it could be drizzling, it could be lightly raining outside. That sound is what separated you and I. You stayed in bed. I went to investigate. The rain that I heard this morning didn't stop me from getting up, getting out, and following through on my plan. And once I was out, the rain didn't stop me from continuing my plan. The rain didn't make me retreat and turn back and go inside. I stayed at it. I stayed consistent. Follow through. Most of y'all won't even know it rained and won't even know how bad it got, because this morning, just that sound of drizzling was enough to deter you. Just that little sound of drizzling was enough to keep you in bed and prevent you from going out. What I appreciate about situations like this is they are not ideal. In a terrible situation, I'm taking advantage of a moment that isn't even ideal. Now it's dark, gloomy, and raining, and we're in a global pandemic. But I'm following through. Watch. Now is when all the people are going to start showing up. Never mind that I've been out. I've been out and I experienced all the fucking challenges. I experienced all the fucking rain. Now is when everyone else shows up. Check it out. Check it out. Now is when everyone shows up. Don't be that person. Don't be that person that shows up when shit is easier, because you won't be able to handle it when shit gets really real. And that's the goal. As you see, just like I said, now is when everyone shows up. Where were they at earlier this fucking morning? Where was everybody at earlier when the shit was really real? Huh? And that's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying for quite some time. Yeah, y'all can show up now. Y'all can start running now. Y'all can start getting up and getting out of bed now and putting in your work. But somebody was already out here before you. And not only were they out here before you, but they experienced a lot more challenges than you. And they experienced challenges that didn't send them back home. We're already in the middle of a pandemic. I'm already doing what I need to do by waking up early, getting out when no one's out, putting my work in, and then it starts pouring rain. That's not gonna stop me. Y'all either didn't experience it because you're not strong enough yet and you're not hard enough yet and you're not prepared enough yet to get up early and get up out first, or you chose to avoid them and wait until it got nicer out and the rain stopped. Either way, where were you when the shit was real? Where were you when shit was hard? You think you're helping yourself by not experiencing and not putting yourself through those challenges. But guess what? I eat those challenges. I eat those challenges alive. And that's how come I can handle myself when shit gets tough. When shit gets real, when shit gets hard, I'm ready for it. Because I always take the more challenging route. Always. I always take the challenging route. And I always push myself through uncomfortable experiences. Y'all are missing out by not taking those opportunities to push yourself. Step your shit up. Next time you got an option, next time you got two choices, next time you got an A and a B, and one is more uncomfortable, see what happens when you take the uncomfortable option, and see what happens when you push yourself through it, and you force yourself through the thing, and you don't stop early, you don't quit, you don't retreat, you don't turn back home when it starts raining, you don't turn back on your run because your calves are tight. See what happens when you follow through on challenging option 2. See what happens when you string a bunch of that shit together. Once you start stringing every choice you make together with the more challenging option and following through, see what that does to your mindset. Maybe you won't have as much trouble not following through, not committing, not making things happen once you commit, once you say you're going to do them and not making them happen. See what happens then. What are you doing, man? I'm waiting for you to fucking move, man. The fuck is wrong with you? This shit is nuts. Y'all are fucking maniacs. I don't need to remind you because you see it every day. You see it every day in my actions and what I do. I'm out. I'm up. I'm training. Nobody needs to remind me shit. Some of y'all don't have the motivation. Some of y'all don't have the self-fortitude and the mindset to get up and do the shit you need to do and prioritize. Some of you need others to motivate you. Some of you need other people to keep you accountable, like that group back there. This shit was ridiculous and reckless. I've been saying it and I'll keep saying it. I don't respect it when I see y'all come out when the shit is easy. Okay, you want to come out later when it gets a little warmer and when the sun comes out and you got a group of 40 other people to train with. Where the fuck are you at in the morning when you're supposed to be out training with a small group or by yourself? You don't want to do that because the shit is hard. Shit is a lot harder. So you rather come out here and expose others, put yourself at risk. I don't respect that. Because none of y'all should be training together in that large of a group. That shit is reckless, irresponsible, and dangerous. And you're exposing all the people like me, all the elderly people, all the people with slightly lower immune systems, more health issues that woke up, got out early, and came out here by themselves to get a little bit of fresh air and a little bit of activity in. You're exposing all of them to whatever shit each and every one of you might have by training in a large group, 40 deep like that. And you know why you're training in a large group like that? Because you don't have the willpower. You don't have the discipline. You don't have the mental strength to get up and train on your own. You don't have the strength to do that shit in your apartment. You don't have the strength to come out here by yourself earlier in the morning and knock it out like me. So you want to come out here in a large group and you need a coach. You need somebody yelling and encouraging you. You're looking to that dickhead. You're looking to that asshole for motivation. That man is taking advantage of you. You find somebody online, you see they got a couple muscles and you think that's the person to turn to during a pandemic. During a deadly world crisis, you turn to somebody because you saw them online and they got a six-pack. And that's who you want to look to for motivation. You're going to listen to everything that fucking man says. He's going to lead your ass into the fucking grave because he's going to get you out here training with other people, expose you to some shit your body can't handle because not a single one of you was an athlete. Not a single of one of you look like you're fit. Not a single of one of you look in shape. And you're going to come out here and train in a group 40 deep because that fucking man is trying to yell and encourage and motivate you. Drop that shit. Stop looking to people like him for motivation. Fucking find that motivation in yourself. Get some fucking discipline. Wake up and work out the way you're supposed to. Get out and train properly. What the fuck are you doing out here in a group 45 people deep training together? Not a single one of y'all is in shape. What do you think is going to happen when one of you get that shit? You think you're making a good choice by coming out here and exercising? You're all fucking wrong. Every one of you is fucking wrong. Every one of you is making a dumbass decision. Every one of you is reckless for doing that shit. But I don't blame you. Because when you're weak like that, and you got a mindset as weak as yours, you got to look to somebody else for motivation. And I see what's happening here. You found who you're going to latch onto, and you're going to listen to that dumbass. That's who you're going to look to for motivation. And he's going to lead y'all right into the fucking ICU at Grady Hospital and put you to fucking death. Right now, we're in the middle of a pandemic, a global pandemic. We need people out here making smart decisions, being rational, using their fucking head. What do we get? We get people like that man. Shit, honestly, I don't even know if he had a six-pack. I don't even know if he was that fit. He's got 3 hoodies on because it's fucking cold out here. Like I said, when shit is tough, people don't want to be out. It's a little colder this morning, so there's a little less people out than normal. But when you got somebody fucking telling you on Facebook, telling you in a large group, telling you online in an email listserv, practice is on, we're still meeting, then of course you're gonna show up. That's why you do it anyways, right? That's why you're in a training group anyways, because you need external motivation. You need other people to encourage you to stay on track. So of course if you get an email, of course if you get a notification, of course if somebody is out there telling you we're having practice as usual, show up to the track, of course you're gonna come. Especially if you're already out of shape, especially if you're not fit, especially if you're unhealthy. You think you're doing something positive by showing up and working out in a group of 50 fucking people, 45 fucking people. Develop some self-fucking discipline. Get out and train on your own. Shit is ridiculous. We've got a state-mandated order to not train in groups that big, to not be out in situations with this many people, to stay out of groups bigger than 5 fucking people. And you want to train 40 fucking people plus. That man is taking advantage of y'all. And he can, because y'all are weak. Y'all are weak. Y'all have mental weakness. It's not surprising. You're not fit. You're not healthy. You're not in shape. You don't have the mindset to realize you can get in shape in your own fucking apartment on your living room floor. You don't have the mindset to realize you can start doing fucking burpees in your basement. So, you feel like you need to listen to his stupid ass and run on a flat ground. Run back and forth on a fucking field and just listen to his ass, and that'll get you in shape. While exposing you to 50 fucking people. This is a problem, y'all. You're not gonna make it through this coronavirus quarantine, and you're not gonna make it through life if you don't fucking develop some mental discipline. You can do this shit on your own. You can do this shit by yourself. You don't need other people to hold you accountable. Hold your fucking self accountable and make this shit happen. Make better choices and stop fucking around. The problem I got is I'm out here every day. And whether I'm outdoors or indoors, when I say I'm out here every day, I mean I put in work every day. Before this fucking quarantine, before this coronavirus struck, during it, and trust me, long after. I don't need anybody to encourage me. I don't do this shit for anyone's approval. I don't do this shit to get praise from y'all. I do this shit for myself. So, when shit hits the fan, I don't need y'all to encourage me. I've been doing this shit on my own since long before I needed encouragement from anybody. A lot of people can't do this shit on their own. A lot of people aren't mentally strong enough to handle this shit. They gotta look to a group. They gotta look to a coach. They gotta look to somebody else to yell and tell them to run back and forth on a field to get in shape. They can't do this shit on their own. But this goes far beyond staying in shape during this quarantine. This goes far beyond not gaining weight during this quarantine. This shit extends to real life. If you need somebody to motivate you through this, if you need somebody to encourage you to get out of bed and do something stupid like training a group of 40 people, if you need somebody to encourage you to do some dumb shit because you're not smart enough to do this shit on your own, you ain't gonna make good decisions in life, homeboy. You ain't gonna make it when shit continues to get harder throughout life. Hey, this is the most reckless shit I've ever seen. This is the most reckless shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. This is the most reckless shit I've ever seen right here, bro. This shit is fucking crazy. Y'all are looking to a group to motivate you. Y'all are looking to some man to motivate you to do some dumb, reckless, dangerous shit to stay healthy. Y'all are real stupid. Y'all are real fucking ignorant. Y'all don't have the fucking discipline. Y'all don't have the discipline. Y'all don't have the mindset. Y'all don't have what it fucking takes to make smart decisions and to stay motivated and to stay on track. Y'all look to somebody like this to motivate you. Y'all look to somebody like this to get you doing dumb shit. Y'all are gonna really listen to a man that's gonna encourage you to train in a group that big. Y'all are gonna listen to somebody that's encouraging you to do dumb shit, to just not gain weight over this virus. That's a big mistake right there, because shit is only gonna get harder in life. And you're already listening to people like that encouraging you to do that dumb shit. Trust me, you're gonna have a real hard time in life if you're fucking up now. Is that what you think?
I mean, look at it. It looks like packed to the brim. It's insane. I think, let's just come back. Maybe we'll come back on, like, a Monday.
You can go that long without buying food? I thought you wanted food.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't think it'd be so packed. I'm not trying to catch COVID. 'Cause at first I was like, maybe it'll be empty since it's early. But look at this. This is like insanity.
Insanity.
Maybe still have a pack of chicken breasts. And you have a can of tuna.
Alright, so we're not going?
I think it's just too high risk.
Too high risk. Well, Allison says she doesn't want to go anymore. We're here in the Kroger parking lot to get groceries.
Get that guy on the Segway.
Oh, okay. She wants me to film this weak-ass man on a Segway. Not sure why, but yes. It looks like she doesn't want to go grocery shopping anymore because of the risk of COVID, because there's so many people. Which I understand, but I have thoughts on this whole situation in general as well.
I will say, everyone seems like everyone's coming out.
What are you doing? We're turning back.
Yeah,
right?
we're going back.
All right, we're going.